My beloved Virgos, come on in. Okay, this is for you. What energy you should expect at this particular time. Before we get started, I am T the Oracle. Thank you for tuning in for another reading. And if you like your own personal intuitive reading, go ahead and click the link in my bio and book a session with me. I am happy to assist you with providing insight, clarity, confirmation via phone and email reading. So let's go ahead and get started. So of course we're using the 𝐾𝐨𝐽, and we do have the 𝐾𝐨𝐽 book. So the way that it works is we'll go ahead and get to shuffling. There are numbers correlated with each card. We'll pull the card, see what number it is, and then we'll go to the book to see its meaning. And then I'll go ahead and provide intuitive insight that Spirit reveals as well. Okay? So let's get a few more shuffles in. Alright, we got one more shuffle. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is number 13, if you can see. So let's go to the 𝐾𝐨𝐽 and see what it says. Oh, 11, 12, 13. The fellowship. It says an intact community is only possible when each member can freely display their talents and feel him or herself secure in the group. You being a part of a group or relationship or whatever it is can truly succeed when the person feels as if they can truly be themselves. If you have to put on a facade, if you have to act like somebody so they can, it's almost like a quiet manipulation where you act like you're this person to get this out of them. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, there's a cause and effect to everything. So I'm not saying don't do this to get this outcome, because everything is cause and effect. So you do certain things because you're expecting this outcome or this effect, right? But in regards to connecting with people and relationships, you don't have to manipulate it if it's true. You see what I'm saying? So if you specifically are in a connection or a relationship or any type of connection with a person or people, and you truly have the room to be yourself, you can fully blossom. And in your ability to blossom and spread your wings, you reach your fullest potential. And that is beneficial to the group as a whole. And in turn, when you're allowed the room to be yourself, you in turn freely are open to allow other people to be themselves, because you see the beneficial factor of allowing people to freely express themselves so they can reach their fullest potential. You understand it because you've been through it, okay? When each individual stands in his own or her rightful place and yet can act with self-determination, and when he or she shows individual talents and can contribute to a mutual goal, harmony, rules, and community comes into existence. That's basically what I just said. I summed it up before I even read this. This is a good time for new undertakings, especially when they serve the good of the family or the interests of the group. If you are responsible for a team or a community, ask yourself, do I possess the strength and inner clarity for this task? A sense of justice, social consciousness, and talent for organization are further prerequisites. So it's saying, you know, if you're the particular person within the group or the relationship who is taking the forefront, you are the leader. You have to make sure that you have the prerequisites of the quality to be the leader, okay? Everybody is not a leader. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, at a certain point in time, you're called to be a leader in certain aspects of your life. You got to be the leader of your own ship, period, in your own life. But when you get around a group of people, you know, everybody ain't going to be the leader. You're going to have some followers. You're going to have a leader. So, you know, if you feel as if with this particular connection of group of people, you're supposed to be the leader, you got to make sure you qualify for the job, okay, to lead these people, because then you're responsible as well. If you're the leader, you're responsible. If you're the leader, if you look at relationships of having a leader of that household, if you're the leader of the household, you need to make sure you qualify to be that, because you're leading a family, you're leading a significant other, you're leading children, you are leading your family. You're either leading them to water to drink so they can be replenished, you're leading them to success, or are you leading them down the road to destruction? Which one? You don't want to be known for the latter. So make sure you have the prerequisites to be able to do what you need to do to be the leader, okay? Without order or structure, any group is simply a loose bunch of people without any inner cohesion. Ooh wee. So y'all just run around like chickens with your head cut off. Child. It is important to support the aims of the community without any reservations and to ensure that each member is equal. This is not the time to boost your ego or to act selfishly. Okay? So everyone brings something to the table that's important to the group as a whole. Okay? So you don't want to shut anyone out. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm the leader and everybody does what I say. You have to, I guess you would say, you would have to bring into consideration the thoughts and ideas of each person and how the ultimate decision that you're going to make, how it affects the group as a whole. Okay? So don't just get the big head and be like, I make all these decisions, blah, 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 blah. Because if you lead them towards destruction, it's your fault. Straight up. Okay? Now, we are going to, it has lines here, up here. We're going to, for time's sake, we're going to read the baseline and the sixth line. So the bottom and the top line. Baseline, you meet other people who share your goals. Nobody asks for exceptional positions, which allows free and open communication. Working together in this way will bring you success. Learn when to step up and then when to step back down. Sometimes when people get in leadership positions, they be like, I'm here and I'm gonna stay here. Yeah, and it feeds their ego to know that they're in leadership of other people, so they can direct other people's lives and how they do certain things. And then when it's time for them to step down, or they know, somebody else is a little bit more well versed in this area, maybe I should let them do it. No, they don't want to do it because they still want to be in control. Know when to step down. Okay. My incense just burned down and I just grabbed it. That's why that's in my hand. So I have to grab some, I guess, while I'm talking. So know your place. Know when it's time for you to step down. Know when it's time for you to, ask for, ideas and what other people think about the situation and different things like that. Like, work together. So even if you do believe in the idea of always having a head or a leader, a good leader takes into account each person's feelings and thoughts about what's going on with the unit. They take that into consideration because they're a part of the unit. Just because you're a leader doesn't mean you represent the entire unit. Like, everybody has their own ideas and thoughts, and sometimes you may have to incorporate or go with what the other person says, even though you're the leader, because you're like, logically speaking and looking at this situation, this is the best way to go about it. So don't X the other people out just because you're the leader. Sixth line. There may be exterior reasons to become a member of a community, even if you do not wholeheartedly share their objectives. If your intentions are good, this is not a mistake, okay? Sometimes you go into areas where you may not necessarily feel like you fit in, or you wouldn't necessarily go that route or integrate into that particular space. But for some reason, your higher self or your consciousness is telling you, it's time for you to integrate into this particular area because there's something that you need to learn, or you may even gain help in a certain area that you didn't know you needed help in, because there are people in that particular sect or circle or area that has something that you need. And sometimes you have to go into uncharted territory or different areas for you to receive what you need. And sometimes that's uncomfortable for people because we're used to hanging on to what we know and being around the people that we're comfortable around. But sometimes you got to step out, and it might be a little uncomfortable, but you got to get where you need it. All right. So hopefully that helped you. Peace.